Today, in Stealing Brainrot, I'll be going over every single update link and explaining exactly what to do to prepare. In this video, I will be leaking everything in the update from new Brainrots to new Rebirths to new weapons and even new features. So make sure you watch the full thing to know exactly what you should do to prepare as well. Now, for starters, one of the main features coming this update is actually Lucky Blocks. As you can see in their event tab right now, as you can see at the top of the description for the update, there's gonna be Lucky Blocks being added. And there's gonna be 3 different rarities from Mythic to Brainrot God and even Secret Lucky Blocks. Now, there's no official link to what's in them, but I have a very good guess, and it's pretty backed up by previous updates in this game. My guess is that each Lucky Block will have their own rarity of Brainrots in them, so Mythic will have every single Mythic Brainrot from Friggio Camalos to Rigatoni Assassinis to even Rhinotostorinos and Bombardino Crocodilos, Bambini Guzinis, and finally Capo Virtuosos. On top of all of that, my guess is that for Lucky Blocks, there's also going to be some chance to get money from the crates, sort of like these spin wheels over here, where there's the chance to get $10,000, $275,000, and even $1 million. And there's probably going to be some of the sort of exclusive weapons for rare ones like the Brainrot God Lucky Blocks or even the Secret Lucky Blocks. And there might even be a chance for 2 times luck. And obviously, same thing goes for the Brainrot God Lucky Drops. There's probably going to be a good chance that there's every single Brainrot God in the game in them. Besides probably the Mateo, the Unculito Samito, and probably the Neon Nino, just because those were spawned in event ones. The crates will probably only have the ones that can spawn in from the track, just to make sure that the ones that were spawned in by admin commands stay rare. Last but not least, we have the Secret Lucky Block, but make sure to continue watching because I have an exclusive leak for what's gonna actually be in it. This is completely confirmed. There's no doubt about it that it's gonna be in these crates. Before we move on from Lucky Blocks though, there's probably gonna be some sort of percent-based chance of getting everything in each crate. So my guess is that there's probably going to be an 80% chance to get a corresponding rarity of the Brainrot. So for example, Mythic Lucky Blocks will probably have Mythic chances. There's probably going to be around a 15% chance for money, a 4% chance for the weapons that are only exclusive to the crate or to the Lucky Blocks. And then there's probably going to be a 1% chance for 2 times server luck. And then obviously for the chance for the Lucky Blocks to actually spawn in are probably going to be similar. So there's probably going to be around a 50% chance for Mythic Lucky Blocks, a 40, probably around 80% chance for Mythic Lucky Blocks, probably around 19% for Brainrot God Lucky Blocks, and then a 1% chance for Secret Lucky Blocks. Also, wait, what the heck? Yo, a tra-la-la-la-la, no way. Yeah, I mean, I don't even really need this. I think we're just gonna let it go on by. Alright, I don't want to get too sidetracked. Alright, whatever. But like I said, there's gonna be a Secret Brainrot only exclusive to the crates, but I'll explain later what that is. In fact, you know what? We'll get into that right now. Next up, I'll talk about all the Brainrots that are confirmed to be in this update, and sort of what they'll look like. Now, as of right now, there's 3 confirmed Brainrot Gods, or not Brainrot Gods, but Brainrots in general to be added. And we'll start with the rare that's going to be added, which is the Cacto Hippopotamo. Now, as you can see from the event page, it's confirmed that it is actually going to be a rare. In fact, let's look up what it looks like. I'm actually curious. Oh, it's this right here. Oh, okay, cool. Interesting. So it's like a hippopotamus face, but with giant sandals and a giant cactus. You know what? We're going to go into ChatGPT to see what it's gonna look like. Similar to what I did last time where I asked ChatGPT to make an AI design of what these Brainrots would look like from last update. We're gonna see what it can cook up for this one. We'll definitely make sure to give it the classic Roblox texture to make sure it gets it as accurate as possible, and let's see what it cooks up. I'm actually really curious. I wonder if it's gonna look good or not. Alright, here we go. It's starting to get it right now. Oh wait, yo, it's actually making it. Wait, hold on. Wait, why does it actually look somewhat decent? Wait, why does this actually look kind of realistic to the Brainrots in game? Oh my gosh, yeah, wait, it actually did such a great job. What? Yeah, bang, here's the finished touching. Yo, I actually like this a lot. Wait, this looks crazy. We're gonna actually to make it one more time though, because I feel like it could make a little bit of a better job with this texture instead. Yo, what the heck is this? This is not what I asked for. Nah, bro, what is this? Yo. Alright, whatever. ChatGPT is not cooking with that one, but now let's move on to the second Brainrot that's also confirmed. That of which you guys may have seen from that event page. It's actually going to be the Pandasini Bananini. I've actually never heard of this one though. I'm actually curious what it looks like. Wait, hold on. Let's look it up. Oh, it's a panda and a banana. Sick. Okay, wait, that actually sounds really cool. Alright, let's ask ChatGPT to make a pixel version of this one as well. Yo, I'm actually really excited. Also, I forgot to mention, this one's going to be a legendary. Wait, yo. Wait, hold on. It might actually do do a good job. Wait, I see the outline of the banana as well. Wait, yo, wait, hold on. Wait, this one actually looks kind of fire as well. Yeah, look, you can even see the banana brown part over this way. And the face actually looks pretty decent. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know what it did with the legs, but, okay. You know, it's still pretty decent. Alright, before we move on to the secret brainrod that's being added, and it's confirmed because we have a real image of it too. Let's talk about these stats of these guys real quick. Now, obviously for rares aren't really the best. They only really give anywhere from 10 to I'm pretty sure 50 is the max, because yeah, this one right here gives 35. So my guess is that for the Cacto Hippopotamus, that's probably going to give us anywhere from $20 to $50 as a max. I don't really see it being more than that. But then for the legendary, obviously legendaries give anywhere from 200 to I'm pretty sure 600. And since they keep on increasing the amount of stats each one does, my guess is that the whatever it's called, the panda banana is probably going to give 750. It just makes the most sense. Let me know what you guys think it's going to be down below, but that's just my best educated guess. But yeah, now that we talked about the two common ones that are being added, let's talk about the one secret brainrod that's also being added. Yeah, around yesterday, Sammy actually did post a leak on this brainrod actually coming out. And this one is actually going to be super cool looking. In fact, you know what? Now, I'll just show you guys right now. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting any longer. Yep, if we head over to the official Steel Brainrod Discord server where Sammy posts all of his leaks, and we scroll down ever so slightly, yep, here it is. Yo! Very cool. And I actually have the exact name of what it's going to be called too. And as you can see, he said next update secret, basically confirming it is going to be a secret brainrod. And I actually did a little bit of digging before this video even started just to see if I could find out the name, and I actually did. As you can see by this tab on Google right here, it is going to be called the Oracelo Oracala. I mean, we literally have a one-to-one picture of what it's going to look like. This is probably what they use as a reference, or maybe this one. So yeah, it's kind of gonna be like the Tralalera Tralala, but it's gonna be a secret rather than a brainrod god. I mean, you can even see by these sneakers, it literally has these sneakers just like the Tralalera Tralala, and has a similar build as well. I mean, it has the fin, it has the eyes, it has the back fin over that way. It basically has everything just like the Tralalera Tralala. Now, obviously for stats, we don't really have a confirmed number, but based off of the last few updated stats, kind of like this actual most recent update, where we had the Samini, Spiderini, and the Grammarama, my guess is that it's either going to be between the La Grande Combacion and the Grammarama, or it's actually going to be even better than it. Based off of the previous stats, it's either going to be doing 25 million a second, 75 million a second, or even 100 million a second. I don't really see it doing much more than that though. It would be stupid if it was doing more than 100 million a second. No shot it does. And then for a way to obtain it, my guess is that it's actually going to be from the secret lucky block. Instead of having all these secrets in the lucky block as of chance, it's kind of like the brainrod gods and the mythics that are going to be in the lucky blocks. My guess is that it's just going to be its own separate chance, meaning it's just going to be all by itself rather than being a pool of a random secret. Then for the chances for the crate, it's probably going to be around 80% chance just to get, I don't even know, maybe cash. Probably around a 19% chance to get some sort of money balance. A 1% chance to get a super OP secret weapon. And then a 0.1% chance to get that oracle, just to make sure it's super rare to get, since it probably will be the best brainrod in the game. And I mean, yeah, that's sort of everything that we have to cover for these brainrods. I mean, there's really not much else. I have actually one other POV that I can show you guys what it might look like. Because yeah, if we check my friend's DMs right over here, as you can see, he's sort of made a ChatGPT version of what it looks like, kind of in this position. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to put in my thumbnail. So yeah, thanks, Quill. I appreciate it a ton. Anyway, yeah, that's basically everything to do with the lucky blocks and all of the brainrods coming. But that's not all coming in this update. Next up, I actually do want to talk about the one Rebirth being added. As you can see in the event page, it says that there's going to be a brand new Rebirth with new fun weapons and a +1 equip slot. And for this Rebirth, it's probably going to either require 10 trillion, 25 trillion, or even $50 trillion to do. I say that because the previous Rebirths actually costed quite a lot as well. In fact, if we pull up an older video of mine, actually from yesterday right over here, you can see exactly how much the one of the Rebirths costed. This one costed 25 billion. This one right here cost 250 billion. And then the final one costed 1 trillion. In fact, you know what? Let me show you guys one more time. Yeah, here's the confirmed cost of the final current Rebirth in the game. And as you can see, it costs 1 trillion. Which is why this one's either going to cost 5 trillion, 10 trillion, 25 trillion, or 50 trillion. There's really no way it's going to cost much more than that. I don't really see how it would. But that's only the money side. Now we need to talk about the Brainrot required, and my best guess is that since the Odindin dude was the last requirement, this requirement is probably going to be the Turbo 3000. It could low-key be the Lavaka Saturna, but I don't really see how they would make a secret be the next Brainrot requirement just to Rebirth. Because, I mean, if you go over to the index, the Brainrot god next up in line is the Unclito Samito, but they wouldn't really make it an event. They would probably make it the Trenzo Turbo 3000. In fact, I'm almost 99% sure that's going to be the next Brainrot. I mean, you guys can check up on this update video when the update actually comes out, but I mean, I just don't see how it could be anything else. It just makes the most sense out of anything. Now, second to last that I want to cover for the leaks for this video, there's actually going to be tons more admin commands being added to the admin command game pass that literally cost a whopping 4,999 Robux. Now, I don't have the commands myself, but the commands currently added in the command game pass aren't really worth getting, so it makes sense that they're adding 10 new ones. I mean, here's proof that they're adding 10 new ones. It literally says right here, a new troll UI is also being added. Now, I actually went ahead and asked the Steal Brainrot Discord server members asking for some ideas on what they may be. And yeah, I got quite a few DMs, starting with this guy named Jupy. This guy said that there might be fake announcements, a way to clear Brainrots from the track, fake trades being added, a way to invert stuff, switching into someone's avatar, fake secrets being spawned in, and tons more things. Definitely feel free to pause the video right now if you want to read over all this. Huge shout out to Jupy for all of these ideas. This guy right here named Kev D Best actually suggested one that's called Night Vision, which is honestly a great idea. I actually like this idea a lot. I hope it gets added. And then he also suggested Fleeing, which is pretty self-explanatory. This guy right here named Chu suggested Flying. This guy suggested the ability to delete Brainrots on the track, as well as a party and disco mode, and set time, and auto-collect. Oh, auto-collect. That's actually a banger idea. Okay, well, the way he describes it isn't the best, but if there's a way to auto-collect the amount of money on your game, that sounds great. Like, imagine there's a way for me to auto-collect all the money that's on any single Brainrot on the track right away. That would be so good. And then last but not least, I have a few admin commands that I actually thought of myself, from flying to being able to go invisible to even teleporting and setting your speed. All of those definitely could be coming this update, but I don't recommend buying the admin commands until the update does come out, in case none of those come out and it's kind of just lame ones. All of these are just speculative, but they are a good shot at some of these at least good added, but you know what, we'll just see, I guess. Now, last but not least, for the final thing actually being added, there's actually going to be a new event, sort of similar to the Fireworks, Galactic event, Neon event, and Zombie event. Obviously, Zami is probably going to be the only one being able to spawn in, and there's really not much detail to what it's going to be about, but there's probably going to be a multi anywhere from 2 times to 5 times. Last but not least, before we wrap up the video, let's definitely cover everything that you should probably do in order to prepare for the update. And obviously, one of the many things you need to be doing is getting max rebirth before the update drops. That is super important to be as up to date as possible for when the update drops. That way you can be as quick as possible to get in the next rebirth that releases. Speaking of which, definitely have at least 25 trillion cash saved up in order to afford all the new Brainrots that spawn in, and have the amount that you need in order to rebirth. That way you can get the max rebirth once again as soon as it spawns in. I definitely also recommend completing all of your index. That way you have a fully maxed out multi prepared. That way you can get as high up on the leaderboards if that's something that you focus on. And then on top of that, I would also make sure to have a Lavaka in your base or a Turbo 3000 in your base, because again, there's a good chance that either one of them is required for the next rebirth. And then last but not least, I recommend being in the game 30 minutes before the update drops. That way you can take advantage of every single event that Sammy spawns in the meantime. But I mean, yeah, that should be everything you need to do in order to fully prepare for this update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you found this video helpful at all, definitely make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video very soon. Peace out, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, please.